Abraham.
Abraham Lincoln's father was an underground man. It was also a farmer, Julaha and the cobbler. It used to go to the houses of Cardin County's princes in his youth, and to his home the family's shoes were sata. In 1861, Abraham Lincoln became President of the United States. There was the occupation of landlords, traders, and capitalists in the U.S. Senate. These people in the Senate protect the interests of their community. Dear viewers, you are watching Pakistani News YouTube channel, The Truth. If you did not subscribe to our channel, so please do subscribe and press the bell icon and share your comments in the box to have more news and views about hot issues. Let's move on our topic. Abraham Lincoln belonged to the lower middle class. The children were fighting for the rights of the working class. If Abraham Lincoln became president, he ended slavery in America by a decree. The rebels liberated the slaves of the states and joined the army. The American elite was directly affected by Lincoln's reforms. These people were against Abraham Lincoln. They also suffered Abraham Lincoln's reputation and did not take any opportunity to commit his character. These people usually made fun of Abraham Lincoln at the Senate meeting, but Lincoln never got hurt by the joke. He always said that a man like me would become president of America. Thousands of objections from all of these people are answered. So what do I need to answer? How strong nerves and encouragement Abraham Lincoln owned. You took his style from the incident. He entered the Senate for his first presidential address. This is the president's moving towards a specific seat. Thachang, a senator lifted up from his seat and addressed to Abraham Lincoln. Don't forget that after becoming the Lincoln president, your father, my family's shoes. The whole Senate laughed at the phrase. It was a satire that shook the big adults in the world with roots. We all fear our past. We always hide it from the eyes of ourselves and others. Have you seen thousands of people in life who make their father a path after development, who develop rich, or if the high positions reach social life, they first meet their families? Dande Hazrat Abdul Qadir Jilani, Ahmad Shah Eternali, Nadir Shah Darni, and Timur Ling. They also boast of this change of ancestry. I have seen very few people in the world who still have cobbler, lower tricot, and bag after development, or who have also worked their father after development, or poor. Let a man live in the world, especially after progress in Pakistan. Usually the father of the people changes. A Karachi businessman writes a siraj pouch with his name. Sometimes from them I didn't even get acquainted with their business, but whenever I see them called a surgeon on television or reading the bag with their name in the newspapers, I read the bag with their name. I salute their greatness by bowing my powerless head. These are really great people who have allowed their father to stay in the bag even after development. He did not make the country. Dirani Mir Miki or Madni. Greek businessmen and politicians are also great people in this regard. Despite being the minister's advisor, ambassador, and MP, he writes the bag with his names, Julaha, the cobbler, and the Turkhan, and regularly proud of it. I had the opportunity to meet a Greek minister 7-8 years ago today. It was a cobbler of the caste and he had his name Greek. The regular cobbler was written in the language. It was the greatness of his character that our society is empty. However, return to Abraham Lincoln. The noble senator stood in the Senate hall and told Abraham Lincoln, don't forget, after Lincoln became president, your father used to be my family's shoes. Listening to this jurist, the whole hall laughed and Lincoln smiled and went straight to the dais and addressed the noble senator and said, I know my father in your house. You in your house, Key's family shoes were sat down, and in addition to you sat down the shoes of other princes in this hall, but you never thought there were thousands of cobblers in America. Your elders, always your elders. Why did my father make shoes? Because no cobbler could make a good shoe. From my father all over America, my father was a great artist. Her shoes were not just shoes, put his soul in these shoes. I didn't complain to any one of my father's entire career's shoes to bother you. My father's shoe today, so I'm here. I know how to make a shoe, too. I will make you a new shoe with my hands, but I'm sure any of you are my father's work. I will not complain because there was no good cobbler from my father all over America. He was a great artist, a genius and a great work fellow, and I'm proud to be the son of this great cobbler. Abraham Lincoln finished the speech, and in the chair of the presidency the whole hall was sniffed by a snake. The senator who socked the jurist at Lincoln bowed his head in a state of embarrassment. And then an American politician called Lincoln a cobbler didn't say, "Son, we people usually fear our past. We were poor in the past. We were incompetent. We didn't know things. We started wearing stockings at the age of 20 and we wore pants for the first time at the age of 30, etc." We usually hide these things from others, but we forget that we will put as much as we want on the flaws of the past. These flaws will remain in place. Hamrama is like a shadow. The more we run away from it, the more it runs ahead of us with force. It is much longer than our height. We forget that the only way to get rid of the past is to stand in front of the light of the facts. You stand in front of reality like Lincoln. The shadow of your past will go to your back, and it will not see you, and the people standing in front of you will, if you are a common man, and no Gilani Zrali dictionaries in your past and your ancestors. You absolutely don't have to be embarrassed or upset, because to this day, no one of the top lineage in the world has been able to make any positive change, from the invention of the wheel to the iPhone, from the world's 99 inventions and genes to the Canon's shows, and from the bull car to Ferrari, and from the excitement, all the world's major inventions to cancer drugs are the perfection of those who did not have a burden on a good family on the back. It belongs to ordinary and small families like Lincoln. He had Allah Almighty did to them, guided them with knowledge and vision, and these people went to make life easier for people like themselves. This is their way. Open up. Why don't the king grow up in the world how rich he can't accumulate, no matter how much wealth he can and how much he is a command of the great army? Why don't these people handle shoes, shirts, pens, perfume, laptop for the mobile vehicle, car, and the bedroom need those who need some blacksmith, tricot, Julaha, the sons of the tailor or cobbler? To date, no king in the world has been able to make his own clothes, and no nobleman has been able to produce a comfortable shoe for himself. This honor was the fate of the common people in every situation, and no powerful person in the world can honor them. You can also be on the list of these great people, but for that you have to stop running away from your past. You have to admit that your past was like Lincoln's father, or you are as medium as Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. There were level students, or you started life selling Coca-Cola bottles like Warren Buffett. You will not be able to fully innovate development as long as you do not recognize your past like Lincoln, because we will, when we are velvet to our past, unwashed legs. If you try to cover our legs, are also left naked in this auditory. Our time is also stubborn. We also lose the spirits of life, and our past also stands in front of us with full stature cut. We are left as our own shrine. Thanks for watching, viewers. Your feedback helps us improve our version. Please comment on which country you are watching our video. Stay informed and blessed. Allah Hafiz.